Now the time has come for understanding the Bible, discovering and exploring the ancient definitions of Scripture, etymology, Hebrew, Greek, Aramaic, English, the true ancient definitions. This is in-depth study of Scripture. This is understanding the Bible.
Ron Saxton here. Thank you for joining me. Book of Exodus study, part 7. Gonna get into it. Phone fellowship coming up right after this. But right now we've got Exodus going through. Won't be here tomorrow. Be off tomorrow. That's why we're doing it now. You got time. Click. Open it up. Take a look at it. Got a study buddy with us, Phyllis, in the house. Going to be stopping in. You can stop in too. Remember, this is interactive Bible study. Interactive Bible study. Book of Revelation will not be broadcasting this week. We'll be off tomorrow. But I'm sure you'll be back next week for our continuation in the revelation of Jesus Christ. Usually we're here 12 noon every Sunday, usually. Continuing on in Exodus, 1 o'clock we'll have the phone fellowship. Then we'll have the book of Revelation study with the Revelation of Jesus Christ community with Chris Campbell and Jeff Burt. And me, Ron Saxton. Thank you for joining me. We are talking about Exodus. And what we've seen so far, a lot of people know the story. A lot of people don't really understand and realize why this all took place in the first place. Serve the Lord. That's what this was really all about. Okay? And it still continues on now, even in the New Testament. Serving Him is the main focus. Everything that took place in it is what this is really all showing. So it's good to see everything that's in there. We saw in the last study how the people came out. And was responsible for the hardening of Pharaoh's heart, all the way to the point where they were even try to get them to come back. They weren't going to really kill them. They were really wanting them to come back after he had hardened their heart, influenced them, their minds against him, and letting them go. Lord, to both the children of Israel and the Egyptians, that he saved them from the recapture of the Egyptians, and he destroyed them in the Red Sea. And don't let any scientist try to deceive you on how it happened. Strong wind came and blew from the east, separating the waters. But if that wind was that strong, why didn't the children of Israel get blown into the walls of water on their left and on their right? Why? They walked through, parted, on dry ground. Then we saw the first song of Moses in verse 15. So let's continue on. Continuing, well, at least to get at least 2 chapters. And Phyllis, I want you to jump in whenever you want. And they took their journey, traveling from one place to another, from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came out into the wilderness of Sin. That's a place, okay, which is between Elim and Sinai, of the 2nd month after the departing out of the land of Egypt. The whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured. We're going to open that one up. They murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. I want you to know also you can call in 216-925-0142. So that's 216-925-0142. Lines are open. You will not be showing your face. You will only be displaying your voice. Don't have to give your name. This is interactive Bible study, okay? Interactive. Murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Okay, they're now in the wilderness. What does this mean? Let's hear what this reverse translation backward to the original language means.
Strong's H3885. Loon. Second entry. Lean. Lean.
Lean, not like our English word. Okay, this is Hebrew. Lodge. Murmur, the night, abide, remain, tarry, lodge in, continue, dwell, endure, grudge, left, lie, variant. I would understand against Moses and Aaron. That would be a grudging, murmuring. Let's see what the outline of the biblical usage from the Gesenius Hebrew lexicon would say. To lodge, stop over, pass the night, abide. To lodge, pass the night. To abide, remain. To cause to rest or lodge. To dwell, abide. To grumble, complain. To grumble, complain. To complain, cause to grumble. Okay. Here's Strong's definition. Primitive root. A primitive root. To stop, usually overnight, by implication to stay permanently. Hence, in a bad sense, to be obstinate. To complain, abide, all night, continue, dwell, endure, grudge, be left, lie all night, cause to lodge, all night in, all night inning, I guess. This night, make to murmur, remain, tarry, all night, that night. Here's the actual screen print from the lexicon, the Gesenius Hebrew lexicon, and see if our scripture is going to show here in the lexicon. And that would be very interesting to see. Oh, in the evening, weeping may come in, but joy comes in the morning. That's the Psalms 30 right there. To tarry, to dwell, compare to lodge. Let's see. I'm not seeing the Exodus 16 yet. All right. Yeah, well, hence to murmur, to complain, followed by this Hebrew word against anyone, used of people murmuring against their leader. Exodus 15:24. I guess we missed that one on the last study, but we got it now. Okay, Exodus 17 is jumping all over our away from our. Here it is. Well, that's 16:8, 16:11. Thought it was 16:2 here. Elsewhere, always with the first radical double in the rabbinical manner. Okay, so it didn't show it to us there, but it's all right. See that they murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. That's a complaint. You see that? Lord unto Moses. God's talking to Moses. Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law. Let's take a look at it. Law hadn't come down yet, or no. So let's take a look at that. H8541. He's going to tell us. Let's see what that Hebrew word is.
Strong's H8451. Torah. Torah.
The Torah. Torah. You see that? So that's the Torah. Like we say Torah. It's the Torah. Law, direction. See, look at this. It's not the Ten Commandments. See that? Direction, instruction. Instruction, direction, human or divine, body of prophetic teaching, instruction in messianic age, body of priestly direction or instruction, body of legal directives, law, of the burnt offering, of the special law, codes of law, custom, a custom, okay, or manner, the Deuteronomic or Mosaic law, either one. Those are the different biblical outline usages from the Gesenius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. Strong says a precept or statute, especially the Decalogue or Pentateuch law. Okay, either or, it's saying. So there you go. And this is the page, the screen print. This is what you get when you come to understanding the Bible. You're going to get the pages shown right on screen, the true definitions. You got them. All right. So his precept, his direction, he directed them. We know that. We saw that in the previous studies. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel at even, then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. You should know that the Lord had did it, not Moses and Aaron. The Lord did it. Okay, he's the head of this thing. And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that ye murmur against us? And Moses said, this shall be with the Lord. This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord, which is true. And Moses spake unto Aaron, congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, appeared in the cloud. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at the evening ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass at the evening, the quails came up and covered the camp, and the dew lay around about it, the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna. For they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat. Manna. And that is another word for what is
Strong's H 4478. Man. Man.
Man is their Hebrew language, the original language this was written in. Manna, the bread from heaven that fed the Israelites of 40 years of wilderness wanderings, means what is it? You see that? Okay, so you got the Strong's, literally a whatness, so to speak. Manna, so called from the question about it. Manna, well, you know, I like the first outline better. As you can see here, plenty there. Sweet gum like honey, which in Arabia and other oriental regions excludes from the leaves of several trees and shrubs and all that. Okay, those are from trees and shrubs. British nationalists have proved that certain insects similar to the genus Cimex aid in producing the manna. The what is it? This is since been more exactly confirmed by in Ehrenberg, who informed me that the manna flows out of the leaves are punctured by the insects. Okay, that's more of that little research there, what comes out of the leaves of certain trees or plants. Allusion is made to another etymology. Finally, we get it. Exodus 16:15. No one who simply credits the inspired history of the giving of the manna can doubt that it is something miraculously given. Can doubt, okay, that it is something miraculously given to the Israelites, and what it differed in its nature from anything not known. Okay, so we got that cleared. This manna, this what is it, came out of heaven, just like he said. All right. You know, he can create everything. He definitely could do that if he wanted to. All right. This is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. This is 16, verse 16. The Lord hath commanded, gather of it every man according to his eating, an omer for every man according to the number of your persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents. And the children of Israel did so, and gathered some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating, and Moses said, let no man leave of it till the morning. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses. They didn't listen to him, but some of them left of it until the morning. And it bred worms and stank, and Moses was wroth with them for those that took and stored up the manna. They stored it and didn't listen to him and just eat what they needed at the time. Kind of makes me think about that measure of faith, that feeding of Christ. But anyway, that's another study. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and see that which that ye will seethe over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning, and Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moses said, eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find it in the field. So they stored up on the 6th day. They did store up for the Sabbath day. Okay, they did do that. And then after that, here we go. On the 6 days you shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none. And the Lord said unto Moses, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? See, for that the Lord hath given you the Sabbath, therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place, and let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. So the people rested on the 7th day, and the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And Moses said, this is the thing which the Lord commandeth. Fill an homer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot and put an omer therein, and lay it up before the Lord to be kept for your generations, as the Lord commandeth Moses. So Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years, until they came to the land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came into the borders of the land of Canaan. Or is the 10th part of an ephah. It's a measure. All right, so there we go. That's chapter 16. Chapter 16. Phyllis, how you doing? You doing all right? Phyllis? So you're muted. Okay, you're unmuted. How you doing? You doing all right? Can't hear you. Hold on, maybe I got you muted. I'm sorry. Okay, now maybe you can unmute. You muted yourself, I think. All right, just checking to see how you doing. Checking to see how you're feeling. Now you're unmuted. Okay, good deal. So we'll go on. Continuing on here. Hey, feel free. Feel free to jump in. If you want to jump in on something, please. This is interactive. Don't hesitate. Okay? Can't. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I see what's wrong. There you go. There you go. Now, how you doing?
Okay. I'm okay.
Okay, now. Can't hear you. Are you there?
Nope.
Phyllis?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. All right. That's all right. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me try now.
Hello.
One more time. There you go. There you go. Sorry.
Hi.
Audio settings was I did that. Sorry about that. Forget it. How you doing? Jump in there whenever. Good. You got something? Did you have anything you wanted to jump in on that 16?
I did. I wanted you to read the definition of manna from a regular Bible. I'm sorry, a regular dictionary, because
okay,
what
so
you were reading
the English.
to me,
okay, go ahead.
what you were reading to me seems to coming. It wasn't sounding clear as what I understood murmuring to be.
Okay, so you want me to check out murmur, right?
Right.
They murmured against Moses. Okay, murmur, M-U-R, M-U-R, and let's go to Miriam.
Murmur.
Hey, murmur, a low sound made when many people are speaking. Like you got a whole lot of people and they're just talking, waiting for an event to start, and you hear all of their voices at once.
Okay.
A quiet expression of an opinion or feeling. Speech or a way of speaking that is quiet and soft. Like this.
Okay.
A half suppressed or a half suppressed, there's more. A half suppressed or muttered complaint. See that? A low, distinct, but often continuous sound. A soft or gentle utterance. An atypical sound of the heart, typically indicating a functional or structural abnormality. When they listen to your heartbeat, the doctor's listening or something. And here's some examples. The murmur of the crowd. The suggestions brought murmurs of disapproval, complaints. He spoke in a murmur, talked softly. They spoke to each other in murmurs, very quietly. The murmur of the waves along the shore, soft sounds of the waves, basically. Oh, here's the synonyms. Don't know if there's any kids watching. If it is, I'm not going to say the second word that you can see on the screen. Beef. We know I got beef with you. You know, you got beef with me. What's the beef? You know, what's your beef, man? You know, that kind of talk. Ebonics. This one is, to complain. Bleat, carp, fuss. Why? What you fussing about? Okay. Grievance. I got a grievance against you. Gripe. I'm upset and I'm just letting it out. Grouch, grouse, grumble, holler. I never saw this one before. Kvetch, I guess. Lament. Masur, moan, complain, plaint, squawk, wail, whimper, whine. Just to give you a few.
Okay.
Challenge him. They challenged him. They did. Demur. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Anything else on? You said manna too? You want to see manna? Or just murmur?
No, I kind of knew what manna was. I guess when you were reading the definition for murmur, it sounded more like staying put.
Yeah, but they stayed put. Well, did they stay put against Moses and Aaron? They stayed put against him. Okay. That's possible. I could see that. Moses and Aaron could have been going and walking. Okay. That was in the second verse. So let's see. And they took they took their journey from Elam and all the congregation of the children of Israel came out into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elam and Sinai. And on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land, and the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them. So it really doesn't say that they could have been walking or traveling and then for all of them to do that at one time, just everybody just stop. But we just mad. We just stop. We're going somewhere. We have no idea where we're going. Let's just stop right here. There was hundreds of thousands of them. It was a lot of people, So for them to all just stop like that and just, against them, that's possible. Mm-hmm. That's possible. It is possible. But you see, they started to speak. Said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots. See, they're talking about what they had back there. And when we did eat bread to the full, see, for you have brought us unto this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. We hungry, in other words.
Right.
See, so the Lord heard it and he did his thing. He did
Right.
his miraculous cooking from the God's kitchen, victuals from heaven. All right.
And they don't talk about that either.
They did what?
I said they weren't satisfied with that either.
Well, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, but well, they took more. They didn't even follow the directions, the law
Right.
that he just gave them, the precept. Yeah. So in verse 17 here, let's see here. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin. After the journeys, according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses. You want to see chide, don't you? Chide. Let's see what the Hebrew, the true Hebrew language word is.
Strong's H 7378, Reeve, and second entry, Ruv.
Look at how that's spelled, though. See how they pronounce their words? Riyb. That's really translated into our English letters. Reeve is that word there. So strive, contend. They're doing it again. Strive, plead, strive, contend, chide, debate. To strive, contend, to strive. Physically, with words also. To conduct a case or suit legal. Sue. To make complaint. They're doing it again. To quarrel. To contend against. Strong's definition. Primitive root, properly to toss, grapple, mostly figuratively. To wrangle, hold a controversy by implication. To defend. Adversary, chide, complain, contend, debate, ever. Lay wait, plead, rebuke, strive thoroughly. There is our screen print. Yea, to doubt a secondary notion derived from that of striving and contending. It is to seize one another by the hair, like the synonym, I take it, which is a Hebrew word, which is probably the second entry. And this root is of the same stock as rapio. To pull. See more under the root, which is probably the second one he talked about. To rend each other's garments. It is used in its proper signification of those who contend with the hand and with blows, fighting. His hands contend for him. Compare derivatives, these two Hebrew words, but this is rare. It is commonly used of those who strive with words. And you have their scriptures there showing. You can reference those. We're also broadcasting in HD. Adjust your settings in HD if the screen is blurry till you can't see the words in the video. Adjust your YouTube settings. Okay. Also, I want to say an accusation, I would say. Accuse of him with whom one contends. Followed by the person for whom one contends. All right. Of the thing concerning which one contends, all right, especially to contend forensically, to plead a cause followed by an accusation of the person whose cause is pleaded. All right, so there we go. Plenty there. Definitely get your study on. All right. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, "Give us water that we may drink." And Moses said unto them, "Why chide with me? Wherefore do ye tempt the Lord?" And the people thirsted there for water. And the people murmured against Moses, so they're still thirsty and getting no water yet, and said, Wherefore is that thou hast brought us out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, What shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. They were seriously thirsty, let me tell you. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee the elders of Israel, and thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river. Take in thine hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock of Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel, and he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, Is the Lord among us or not? Okay. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us out men, and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in mine hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy. He's getting tired. And they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon, and Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on one side, on the one side, and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. He will erase him. Wow. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, Phyllis. Look at that. For he said, Because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And that's the end of that chapter.
Okay.
So come on, Phyllis. Come on. Woo!
So what does the church call? I know they call it something.
Yeah, they go through all of the Jehovah, Nisi, Rapha, all the different, let's see. Let's do this. Let's look it up. Let's look at it first here. And then we can look at something else in there if you want. Yeah, the first time we see it. Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nisi. Okay. Oh, I just clicked on this. Oh, okay. It's doing different things today. I don't know why. Let's see what it means, or what its enunciation of it.
Strong's H 3071. Jehovah Nissi. Jehovah Nissi.
So Jehovah Nissi is what we should be saying. Jehovah Nissi, a biblical outline of use. Well, let's see what the King James translates it. Just the same thing. Jehovah Nissi. Jehovah is my banner. The name given by Moses to the altar which he built in commemoration of the discomfiture of the Amalekites. Eradication, basically. Strong's.
So do you?
Go ahead.
Do you remember what it is, what the church taught you it meant?
Some type of provision that he has, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I guess here it would be saying, you know, his the one that fights for you. I take it, you know. And but see, the way that they take it is the way that anyone that you want him to fight for, or whatever you want him to, you know what I'm saying? What you purpose.
Let me see. Provider.
I don't think that's the provider one. I think that's later on.
Okay.
So let's see. There is no Guineas entry. There's no entry for this Strong's number in the Guineas Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. All right.
No.
So again, we can go.
There is no
there. Let's see here.
word.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah. So that's in the Gesenius though. Gesenius in the lexicon book. There's no Strong's number for that. But here, the 3071 was what we just looked at.
There's no number in the Bible.
Well, if you got a Bible with a concordance, it may not have that number in it. But Strong's has a 3071 there. You see that? That's how we're opening it up. Strong's 3071. But in the Gesenius, it says there's no entry for the Gesenius Chaldee lexicon. But Strong's has a definition there. See that? See that? So we're looking at two different lexicons. Is what we're looking at. You see that?
So what is Strong's?
Strong's is 3071. Strong's encoded.
Oh,
yeah, Strong's is the concordant. Yeah, it's the one that has encoded for us actually to be able to go from the English backward. It's the only one that has numbers in it.
Is in the King James Bible, there is no number after that word.
Right. Well, the King James Bible, you have a Bible that is coded with the Strong's numbers. You understand what I'm saying? You have a the Strong's concordance has those numbers, and you just have a Bible that has the Strong's numbers in it, just like we're looking at online here.
Okay.
Blue Letter Bible. Yeah, you have that, but you don't have the Gesenius Hebrew lexicon definition.
Okay, but I guess I'm just curious as to why they don't have a number after the word, and how did you find a definition for it?
Because Blue Letter Bible has the Strong's number.
Okay.
That's why. See, even my printed King James doesn't have any Strong's numbers in it at all. It has none. It has no concordance to it. Yours does. The version you have. The edition, King James edition that you have does. Right. Mine doesn't.
Yes, it's a study Bible. That's why.
Okay, yeah, study Bible. Yeah, mine doesn't. So there you go. So that's what Strong's has it as. Okay, outline of biblical usage there. There you go. But the actual lexicon Chaldee Hebrew doesn't have any at all. Doesn't have nothing for that Strong's number. Okay. So we're going
Thayer's
back.
Don't have
so
anything.
No, Thayer's is a Greek. Thayer's is Cone Greek. The actual Greek that the manuscripts were written in for the New Testament that we call New Testament. They didn't call it that. We do in the English. I do believe. So there we go. So that's Jehovah Nissi there. So we know he named it that, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek. Amalek, the Amalekites from generation to generation. He will have war with them. That's what the Jehovah Nissi, that's what it just says in the scripture there.
Strong's H, 6002. Amalek.
Amalekites. See. Dweller in a valley, son of Eliphaz, by his concubine Timnah, grandson of Esau, and progenitor, progenitor, of a tribe of people of southern Canaan, descendants of Amalek. Amalek. So we see here, his people actually fought against their own people. You see that? Esau is a descendant of Jacob, who is Israel. Is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah. They fought against themselves right there. And if you didn't know that, you just saw it on the interactive Bible study of Understanding the Bible. Hey, we just uncovered a fact. I didn't know it. We just uncovered it right there. It's good to see it. Good to do it, man. I love doing this. This is cool. So there we go. What else do you see there that you want to pull out of this chapter?
You're in
17. Chapter 17. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. My mind is still stuck on Jehovah Nissi. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's because of the way that Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah.
Right.
Yeah, well.
Because I want to be correct with it. That's all.
Yeah, but you just look what the scripture says there. Look at what it's saying. Now, and now Moses built an altar, and he called the name of it. What is it? The altar.
So
right?
The altar is named
right.
Nissi.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
the altar is named that.
That's not his name.
No. Right.
No. That's what I'm
That's not his name. Right. Now, right. No, you go. Go. Just let it flow. No, I'm with you.
I want to say they have put this on a banner. They have made posters saying the names of God, the name of God, Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Jireh. I mean, and that's not even his name. That's the name of one of the altars.
Right. The Hebrew name in their language that they have saying Jehovah, not Jehovah, I'm sorry, Yehovah. Okay. That is the actual Hebrew tongue, the Hebrew language.
Okay.
That the Hebrew says Yehovah, and we're going to see it
Yehovah
right here.
Is the name of God. Is it what?
Right. Well, we're going to see it. The first time it shows up is Exodus 6:3, and it says, "I appeared unto Abraham." And this is the Lord talking. I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, and by the name of God Almighty, but by my name, Yehovah, was I not known to them. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's see what it says. Now he's speaking to them in their language.
Strong's H 3068. Yehovah.
Okay, he's speaking to them in their language. So what is that? What is it saying that word means? The existing one, capital O, the proper name of the one true God. Okay, unpronounced, except with the vowel pointings of 036. Yehovah, even Strong's has it. Yehovah. Okay. From 1961, the self-existent or eternal, both. Yehovah, Jewish national name of God. Yehovah, the Lord. See that?
Okay.
Hebrew Chaldee. And you got your Hebrew Chaldee lexicon right here free at blueletterbible.org. Name of the supreme God amongst the Hebrews. The latter Hebrews, for some centuries before the time of Christ, either misled by a false interpretation of certain laws, Exodus 27, okay, or else following some old superstition, regarded this name as so very holy that it might not even be pronounced. Whenever Therefore, this nomen tetragrammaton occurred in the sacred text. They were accustomed to substitute for it for this word here, and thus the vowels of the noun are in the Masoretic text placed under the 4 letters, but with this difference that the initial yod receives a simple and not a compound shava. Prefixes, however, receive the same points as if they were followed by thus Hebrew word. This custom was already in vogue in the days of the I have no idea. Translators. Translators, and thus it is that they everywhere translate by. Alrighty, Samaritans have also followed a similar custom, so that they're talking about the way they pronounce it, where the text has in the order of Adonai should not be twice repeated. The Jews read and they write that, and it is thus evident that the word does not stand with its own vowels, but those of another word. The iniquity arises. What then are its true and genuine vowels? Several consider, they don't know. They don't know what the true vowel. They don't know. Rightly appealing to the authority of certain ancient writers. They're talking about that. That's why we even do that today. It's not Jehovah, it's Jehovah. It's it's this, it's that, and they did the same thing back then. To which also may be added, this is the same form appears the gems of Egyptian Gnostics as the name of God. Irene, Bellarmine, Uber. Yeah, go ahead.
So the altar would basically called probably, and I know I shouldn't assume, God of Banner.
No. He's not making God a banner. No. He's probably he's making the altar as a banner. Let's see.
And I that's how I take it.
Yeah, well, they made altars to sacrifice on.
Right.
An altar was a sacrifice to sacrifice things on unto God.
But he's putting God's name on there. That's why saying that.
Well, he called the name of the altar Jehovah Nisi. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. This also answers the 2 sons. He said, who is it that he loved? Who was the 2 sons? Esau and who was the other? Jacob had 2 sons. No, not Jacob. It was Jacob whom I loved, and Esau. Okay, so they're the sons of who was their father then? Isaac?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. It wasn't the 2 sons of Jacob. It was the 2 sons of Isaac. Jacob and Esau. He loved Jacob, but he hated Esau. This could answer that question right there.
Okay.
He will do war and have war with the generations of him, of Esau, from generation to generation.
Brothers. That's the generation. That's the brothers' families from each generation. Okay.
Right, because Esau stole Jacob's birthright, or Jacob stole Esau's. One of them, they were stealing each other's birthright, that kind of stuff. Well, the birthright was from Isaac. Him. Oh Father, bless me, give me my birthright. Da da da. And the Esau, I think, came in and stole it. Isaac was blind and he was near death, and he made himself like Jacob. Feel like Jacob, smell like Jacob, and he stole his birthright. And his mother helped him. Yeah.
Right.
You say what? Say it again.
I say his mother helped.
Yeah, his mother helped. That's right. Mom helped. So there you go. So that's a little history, a little background there. Doing that study, man. We're getting it in. We're learning. Right on screen, live, unrehearsed. This is unrehearsed. So we'll do 18 next. I had something in here.
Okay. Sure.
Let's see. I had something. What did I want to see? Well, I want to see Amalek. I saw that. The generations of Esau. Amalek. I got to try to say that right. Amalek. Let's see. It was something in here I wanted to see. I should have opened it up. It would have been there. I also see they said he did. That's what I think we talked about his arms being raised, and them holding his arms up.
No.
Well, maybe that was Helena. Wow, this the first fight of the children of Israel. They had to fight. Let's see with Massa. I want to say that's Massa and Meribah.
Strong's H 4532. Massa.
Temptation. The place in the wilderness where the Israelites tested Yehovah. Also, Meribah. So I don't have to really look at Meribah because that should be the same, I'm thinking. Let's take a look.
Strong's H 4809. Merivah.
They have their B's at Va with a V sound. A fountain of Rephidim, a fountain of Rephidim in the desert of Sin. So called because the Israelites murmured against God. The name of a water supply at Kadesh on the southern border of the Promised Land. The people also murmured here against God. There you go. That's basically, I got my answer. Got my definition. So there we see it. So yeah, so we're going to see some more Jehovah's in here, I'm sure. Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Jireh, and we've taken it and run amok with it. That's really what the congregations have done. They've just run amok. You call on this name, you call on him, and he'll, is God here to serve you, or are you here to serve him? Because really, the purpose of all this is that they would be brought out to serve him. Now, let me ask you a question, Phyllis. What do you think is wrong with the human being, even coming into relationship with God? They see what he's done. We even have the history here of what he's done to bring these people out, his servants, that they would be servants. Okay? And they come out, they have a pillar of light by night in a desert. Now, I don't know if anyone has ever been in the desert at dark time, or if they've been along a stretch of land that has no electric lights, no lights at all. No car light, no cell phone light, no lamp, no campfire, no nothing. You're walking through the desert in the dark. It's pitch black. But you got this tornadic pillar of light, this pillar of light. It's a straight up and down beam of fire that the angel is supplying by the Lord's command to you to see where you're, and it's directing and guiding you through the desert. Okay, it's not like you see it's moving and you move it somewhere. It's moving on its own. You have the pillar, also a pillar of a cloud by day that you're following. Now, this cloud is not kicking up dust. It's not causing you any discomfort, but it's leading you somewhere. You get to the Red Sea. You got the Red Sea parted. You walk through the Red Sea because on the left and right, the sea walls are there. The wind is not blowing you into the water, causing you to just demise and drown. And you get up, and then the people that were after you, trying to get you to come back into slavery, they're destroyed by the water. Water closes up. He gives you some food that you don't even know where it came from in the desert. Okay? He causes the birds to come so that you can have some chicken. All right? And you get to a place you need some water. I think they had water before this. And you got water, and then you get to another place where you want some water, and he gives you some more water. But this complaining, this never-ending want. What do you think that is in a human being? What do you think that's all about?
Just selfishness. You're used to having. They're really used to doing things on their own in their mindset, not giving any consideration that if it was not for God, they would not be breathing, let alone being able to toil and work the land. That was his choosing. Yes, it was a condition that was put upon Adam as a punishment. But still,
what was put upon Adam? What was put upon Adam as a punishment that you understand?
That he toiled for his food. Because in the garden,
he worked.
He didn't have to work.
Yeah, he worked by the sweat of his brow.
Right
yeah,
there. Exactly. So because they figured, well, I did this for me. I did this for me. I got my own food. I got all that. Well, God takes them out of a more detrimental situation where they were at the point where they were going to get killed for any, they were just slaves.
Okay.
And he takes them out of that. And
right, well, they weren't going to kill them. They wanted them to come back and be their slaves again. That's what they wanted.
Right. But, they were at points where if they showed any resistance, they were going to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can understand.
Not that they were really trying to resist their slavery positions. But anyway, when you're so used to doing things for yourself, and then God comes along, and he's really, which goes into my question for the fellowship, when he blesses you to have something better, and you don't have enough common sense, if that's the right thing to say, to understand that that's what he's doing. You complain. Well, I had it better. I was able to get my own food. I had my own food when I wanted to have it, even though they gave me the portions of it.
Okay.
We had a roof over our head. We had what we needed. We just had to work for it. Okay, God took them from that, and they're complaining because they're not getting it. Man, they're not getting it when they want it.
The comfort, what they want. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now he supplied their needs. You're right. He supplied their needs, and they just they have just they're not. That's what I'm saying. You're seeing all these things happen, and I know it's easy. It's hard. It is hard. I've been there. And but I'm learning. Listen. Okay, this is supplied. This is the necessity. It's like we talked. I think the last time we talked, and I said, if I'm homeless, but I'm at a homeless shelter and I'm getting some food.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a roof over your head. It may not be what you want, but you have a roof over your head.
It is supplying there. Now, what I've also learned is a foundation. I'm a servant of him. I'm a servant. Right. So no matter what happens, I got to know that he knows it. I'm his servant, and he knows what I need before I could ask him. So why would I even have to ask him? Don't even be concerned about it. Just roll. Handle it. You got
what?
I said, you got. They have taken. Go ahead.
They have taken the things out of the scriptures of the miracles that Jesus did for the people. They got all about the New Old Testament, and
Yeah,
now I understand where the Old Testament can be very beneficial in this point, whereas they forgot all that God had done for them.
yeah,
And then when Jesus came, he done so much, and he only done it to prove who he was. He was his father's child.
hmm
And he done so
Yeah.
many miracles that they forgot about the Old Testament and accept the fact that, well, Jesus did this for me, and Jesus did this, and Jesus did this for this person and that person and that person. He could
Yeah.
do it for me too.
They focus on that thing of taking it and consuming it. It's like they're not looking at the big picture; they're just looking at the little pictures.
Right.
They're looking at the little ones. And I'm learning. Stop looking at the little pictures. Look at the big picture. And that would help me understand. And that will help keep my emotions in check.
Right. Humble.
So keep me humble. Yeah,
Yes, Lord.
He's the Lord. I'm here to serve Him, and
Yes.
regardless of what's going on, I need to just continue to serve Him and let Him do it. Jesus told us
Yeah.
multiple times in Matthew 6. If you look at the whole chapter, Matthew 6, take no thought on what what you would need, because the Father already knows what you would need before you could ask. I'm gonna pull it up right here in the closing.
But why then they run with that too? Well, I need X, Y, and Z. And I know
But he just said. He just told them. There it is. There it is. Let's see. Take no thought. Where it is. Okay. He's going. Let's see. This is Matthew 6. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. After this manner, therefore, when you pray our Father, okay, gives you the Lord's Prayer, which is really you getting Him.
Right.
Lead us not into temptation. Okay. Moreover, when you fast, not let anybody, but when thou fastest, okay. Where is it? Don't lay up yourselves for. That's our problem. We're laying up ourselves our treasures upon earth. Okay. Don't do that. Lay up treasures for yourselves in heaven. You can't serve two
But I
masters.
want my heaven here.
There it is. Yep, that's right. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or drink, or what you should put on. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's that's one. And
Exactly.
that's There's another one. Take no thought, saying, what shall I eat? Or what shall we drink? Or where shall we be clothed? What should I put on? That's number 2. The last verse, that's number 3. Take no thought for the morrow shall take care of itself. For these things itself is sufficient unto the day is evil thereof. This is understanding the Bible, man. This is it. And you're right. But they were doing that. Exodus 17, that's the end of the study. I want to see you guys right back here for the phone fellowship. Phyllis will be joining us. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks, Phyllis, for being here.
Yep.